Alright, I have coffee. The house is awake. Chores are done. More Hogwarts Legacy. We are here to visit Mr. Ollivander.
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh, yes. It's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return, and that power is immeasurable.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts.
Okay.
Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
Surely you could continue searching the Owlery.
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand-maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes, and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
I am indeed. Let me check. I remember there was a store here that sold clothing.
Come on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers. Oh, yes, he has things. This is what I was looking at.
I'd say that looks as if it was made for you.
I wish it was a different color, and also I guess it's only the level that it is when you first find it, because it hasn't gone up in stats. So, never
If
mind.
I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
think the stats on that were better than what I had, and I didn't pay attention. There's not a buyback tab.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
It's
Be sure to
fine.
stop by whenever you're about.
All right. Investigate the Owlery. Oh. That's somewhere quite different. Okay. I'm gonna have to hoof it over there, it looks like. Very well.
Revelio.
Hang on, it shows a Merlin trial quite near me. We'll go sort this out.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
Oh my. Okay.
Levioso.
Oh, that did something over there. No.
Accio. These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Yay!
Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over
Beasts were made to be skinned and eaten.
I hear voices.
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
You there! I see you!
Potato.
You survived long enough! All need to be
Incendio. Accio. Incendio.
Ooh, there's a challenge for killing dark wizards.
Accio.
Very groovy indeed. Groovy, groovy. All right. So this is the Owlery?
Revelio.
Okay. This is... Okay, let's see here. Excuse me. Oh, that must be the Quidditch arena. Alright, we're going up there, which means we're going back into Hogwarts. Okay. These are the stables. Those are the training course that we did. I probably need to attend some classes as well. Oop, there's a flute.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
We haven't done anything with beasts yet.
Accio!
What's up, Mithril? Good morning. Man, I'm certainly getting plenty of those leaping toadstools.
Accio!
That is quite the view. My goodness. So cool.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls.
Gold dragon-eyed spectacles. Ooh. Ooh, says I. Oh my goodness, those are hideous. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we'll be changing those appearance. Thank you very much. Up, 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 up.
Don't mind me, owls. I'm just here to help a friend.
Ooh, ooh.
Now, where are those statues?
Okay.
I recognize those handles. The summoning charm should do the trick.
Okay.
Revelio!
Should only be a few main missions away from getting the broom. Nice. Is the haze a trick to ease draw distance? Yeah.
Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. All statues of jackdaws.
Return the bold bird sculptures.
Accio!
No statues here. I'd best keep looking. This'll do nicely.
Accio!
Nothing.
What is that?
Revelio!
Field guide page.
Accio. I'll take that, thank you. Revelio.
I'm wondering if we have to go up top. Yeah, because there's 2 more statues.
Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher.
Well, I'm scared of heights.
Accio. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. Nothing.
That was one.
Here's a welcome surprise. No statues here.
That was it.
Accio. I'd best keep looking.
Ooh, a map.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. Revelio.
Alright, I think we can go down. Yeah, it's pretty awesome so far, Mole.
What's happening?
Quests.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
Absolutely.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
Aw. How did you steal from Peeves?
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things.
Yes,
Books,
he does.
bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I
Mithril.
was having a look about when I
Just
suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I
Depths,
felt,
however, are another
lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. beware a light breeze.
Yeah, the breeze that precipitates the axe that cuts the head off. I remember
If that's
the first time I
only way for me to
realized I
get
was
those
scared of
pages,
heights.
I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
I was, God, I probably would have been 17 or 18. And we were, I was working in downtown Denver, Colorado, and we were doing this project. It was a bank, doing all the marble and granite in this bank lobby. And it was in a high-rise, and I had never been in a skyscraper before. I'd never been in a high-rise skyscraper building before. And the owners of the building one day were like, they asked the construction crews, like, hey, you guys want to go up on the roof? They have a helicopter pad up there and everything. So we go up to the roof. I don't remember how many stories it was, like 35, 40 story building. And we go up to the top, and, it's got railing all around. But, like, I went up to the edge, and I'd never been up high like that before. And so the buildings move with the wind, right? And they're built to sustain movements and stuff. And so we're up there, and I'm leaning against the rail, and I'm looking down, and I'm like starting to feel a little queasy. And then you start to notice the movement, and it's not inches. It's like you're moving, like it's. And then once I noticed the movement, my stomach just went, and I just kind of, yeah, that was when I noticed. And then Chris and I were, I remember I got hit really bad, and we were on the coast of the Mediterranean in Spain, and in Costa Brava, and we were hiking on some trails, and we went up to the edge, and I wanted to get like a shot with a camera. I wanted to get a pan shot for a video of like the cliffs, because we were up on top of these cliffs looking down on the Mediterranean. And so I went up to the edge of the cliff, not thinking anything about it, because I hadn't, we were probably only like 100, 150 feet up. But I went up to the edge and like looked over to like get the shot, and I got hit by like numbing fear. Like I had to get down on my hands and knees and like crawl back from the edge. It was a stupefying, like, fear gripped me. I've never felt that in my life. It was just like, oh my god. Apparently, I don't like heights that much. And then we did a photo shoot one time in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, way up on top of this penthouse. And on top of the penthouse at the, God, I know Bubalonia stayed there when he went on vacation with his girlfriend. I can't remember the name of it right now, but we were in the penthouse suite. And when you walk out of the master bedroom, they have like a exit onto this balcony, which is only about a meter wide. And on one side you have the room, and on the other side you have like a glass wall that's about chest high, and it's just glass, and you're looking all the way down. And this skyrise is on the top of this like cliff looking out over the whole bay in Puerto Vallarta. It's absolutely stunning view. But all that's separating you from that drop off is this panel of glass. And I was just like back against the wall, like easing my way down this little narrow balcony to get to like the pool area and everything to take the photos that we needed. It was quite it was quite something. Definitely not a big fan of those depths, those drop-offs. Quite terrifying. Forgot to mute myself there. Sorry, guys. I got the sniffles this morning. Forbidden Forest. I'm not supposed to go here. Dangerous Ministry of Magic. Alright, I'm going to get another cup of coffee, and then we're going to go into the forest and see what's up. Alright, into the Forbidden Forest we go. See what kind of trouble we can get up to this morning. Yeah, vertigo's a legit thing. I get it pretty bad in certain video games too. When we were playing, it was a few months ago when we were playing Assassin's Creed Mirage, and you're climbing those towers in Baghdad. I get it. I get it in video games too. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely a. If you suffer from vertigo, you know exactly what it's all about. People who don't suffer from vertigo, they'll never understand it. It's crazy to me too. I don't know that it's something you can get over. I don't know if it's something you can like train yourself to ignore. I don't know if it's one of those things where like if you oh something it just showed me like a tree. Oh no, great spine Doug bog. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's one of those things where if you subject yourself to it a bunch of times, it'll get better. It'll get easier. Because some things are like that, you know. Because like I used to be terrified of spiders, and now over time, I'm no longer terrified of spiders. I don't like them. But like I don't just like panic when I see them now. Now it's more like there was one on the bed a few months ago here in the office, and I was like, and I killed it, you know. But I mean, I got up from the stream, and I was like, oh, gross, because it wasn't big, nasty. It's like you're in my room. No, sorry. But I don't mind them anymore. Like if they're a lot of times too, if they're smaller ones, I'll pick them up with a piece of paper and chuck them outside. The bigger ones I don't because they move fast and I just no. But like I used to be terrified of spiders, and now I don't. Deep water is another thing for me. Like I had a bad experience when I was a teenager with sucking water into my lungs and almost drowning, and just I've never enjoyed deep water after that. I'm not a very good swimmer, so I just avoid deep water. I don't really have a problem when I'm on boats, but I don't like go to boats. I don't like go on boats. I'm gonna get these dark wizards because I need 2 more of them. Oh, these are poachers.
Like a polite battle.
Nice. So like I went scuba diving one time, and that was hard for me. Scuba diving was really hard because I don't like deep water, and we were off the coast of Turkey, and the Isle of Bodrum, and or the coast of Bodrum. Bodrum was the name of the town. I don't think it was an island. It's been a long time. And I went scuba diving, and it wasn't very deep. I think I think we only went down like 10 meters. It was all we went down. But it was really hard for me to go under, to go down with the gear on and everything, because and I did calm down after about 10 minutes of being under and everything, but it was not a pleasurable experience. But I've always thought to myself, I wonder if I could get over my fear of deep water if I would just go do more scuba diving and just learn how to swim better and take the necessary precautions, learn the gear, do all those things. But it's also like, why would I? I don't want to go out of my way to do that. Because I'll admit, the idea of skydiving, it looks fun, but I know that I would have a heart attack. But then I watch guys like, Tom Cruise, who have no fear of heights, whatever, and it's like I don't like, they're hanging off the sides of buildings doing their movies, and I'm just like, God damn. Maybe if I was getting paid millions of dollars, I would get over my fear too, but
Here I am,
I
as
don't
good
know.
as my word.
Aversion therapy? It's a physical reaction rather than a psychological reaction. Is it though? That's the thing. Or is it just your perception? Because if you close your eyes, it goes away, right?
We meet again, Richard Jackdaw.
I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to see you.
Yeah, there might be something
Only
scary
a
down there.
Ravenclaw would travel this
Kenny.
far in pursuit
Something waiting to
of
eat your
knowledge.
feet.
Well said. Now, where do we go from here?
Follow me. I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise. Keep your eyes open for a bird bath. When you find it, say intramuros. I think it's Latin. Or Greek. As you can imagine, I never paid much attention in school. Shall we?
Yeah, my sister-in-law, my wife's one of
Aside
one
from
of
the
my
bird
wife's
bath,
sisters.
Anything else I should look for?
Indeed.
Her
A few
boyfriend
landmarks,
is
stone bridge, a waterfall.
the same
and, if I
job,
recall,
Mithril. He's
a
an underwater
lake.
welder.
You'll see.
He's early
It's been very
40s,
helpful.
but
Thank
he's
you.
been mostly retired for the past like 5 years now because like he'll go do the occasional contract, but he doesn't do it full time anymore because just the wear and tear on his body from going down all those years. And we were talking about the other day because he was asking about my leg therapy and stuff, and he was talking about all the problems he has physically
Surprising how
from doing
much
that
of this
job.
is rather unfortunately coming back to me.
There's a big label for spiders, kids.
Oh, the closer we get, the more I'm remembering. Probably best I leave you to it. Simply stick to the path and keep a sharp eye out for that bird bath. Adieu. Is that Latin? Or Greek?
Accio. Accio. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Potato. Stupid.
Ah! Other spider. How do I... Hang on. Why did it change? There we go.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Stupid. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Potato. Stupid. Leviosa.
I like turned it into lots of little spiders. That was cool. And then I stomped them. That was pretty cool.
Accio.
Pork lump juice. Tasty. Yeah, ticks are nasty. Any sort of like, especially if you ever see them microscopically, it's like.
Incendio.
All those mites are just nasty.
To me, they'll rest in 10 graves. Oh, the anticipation!
Use Protego successfully twice.
Potato. Stupid one. Stupid one. Stupid one. Accio. Incendio. Stupid one. Leviosa. Potato.
You'll have to fight him.
Accio. Incendio.
Oh, it's a lock. Great. I still don't have lock. I need that spell, man.
The waterfall. For a thief, Jackdaw's surprisingly as good as his word. Revelio.
Puffle skin.
Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Can't do anything with those. Man, this forest is incredibly well designed.
Such regal creatures, stags. Revelio.
There's the fountain.
There it is. Just as Jackdaw described. Accio.
Okay.
Intramuros.
Into the creepy cave we go.
Aren't you a little far from home?
Renrock knew you'd eventually lead us to whatever it is you're hiding.
Potato. Stupid. Accio. Incendio.
I shall avenge your death.
No risk those loyalists will report back to Ranrock now. Let's see where Jackdaw has led me.
Jackdaw's tomb. Hang on, I'm hearing some tapping. It might be Chris knocking on the back door. Hang on a second. Alright, we're good. What's up, JK? What's up, JK? Yeah.
I wonder how big this place is.
It's as big as your mom.
Accio.
Okay. Dead spiders. Some sort of pods.
These rooms must have something to do with opening this door.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see the sequel for this game. This has been a really magical experience, no pun intended.
Revelio. Incendio. Impressive. That must be where all this leads. Someone didn't want casual visitors down here. I wonder if any of my spells will help me through this.
Indeed.
Accio. Incendio. Potato. Stupefy. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
worth going down in here? I wonder. Oh, I do see a treasure chest in here, so.
I'm not gonna touch those. Ugh. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio.
Oh, those power-ups fade after time, so if you don't grab them really quick, they disappear. That is good to know. Alright. Curious silver spectacles. Hideous. I refuse to be caught wearing these ridiculous... Oops. It's squares to customize. Okay. Down we go. Ooh.
If I could summon that platform to me, I could likely get on it.
Indeed. Spiders.
Accio. Expelling Dagon. Stupefy.
That is so cool to squish them.
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Okay.
Accio.
Okay.
An untouched chest. Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this cave.
Dude, that was pretty cool, to be honest with you. The way that this works, you get on the platform and then pull yourself to the next one. That's a pretty cool little... Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Can I also pull it this way? Dude. That's I gotta say that's a pretty cool design. I'm digging that. Alright, back to the cave we go. I think that's where we came from.
Accio. Quick Stupefy. Levioso. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Another puzzle. Well, if Jackdaw could solve this, so can I.
Well, it'll probably just be fire again, won't it?
Accio.
No, it's Accio this time. Okay. Oh, where's the third one? Yeah, I saw the teaser yesterday, so it's gonna be more Warhammer from Owlcat. I can't wait. I just, as much as I love their games, they have got to like make a smaller game and have it fully voiced. Because I love their games, but they need to have them fully voiced. That's they need to do their games fully voiced, because the voice acting they have is phenomenal, but it always feels really janky because it's so sporadic. It'd be like, oh, the first hour and a half fully voiced, and then after that only these little instances are fully voiced, and it's a budgetary issue that's really easy to fix. You make a smaller game, you tightly refine the story, and you make a 40-hour experience that has fully voiced amazing talent instead of making a 150-hour sprawling epic that has it's a personal thing, I realize, but like from a streaming perspective, I'm with Co Carnage on that. Like I don't want to have to play those games live because there's too much. I can't read all that dialogue. Like it's not feasible. From a player's perspective, they're absolutely dream games to play. From a streaming perspective, I can't play your games live, Owlcat, because you have, 5 million lines of dialogue. I can't be doing that. Rogue Trader was awesome though. I honestly, man, that's hard because I really like both the Pathfinder games, but that Rogue Trader game was something else. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in that game. That was my first like real Warhammer experience. Maybe that's why I enjoy it so much, is because
I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been
Pathfinder I'm more
interested
familiar
in
with
this
because it's
loot,
like
but
D&D,
there's no
so
sign
it's
of him.
like, I'm familiar with the races and concepts. It's a fantasy game,
It's a good thing Jackdaw didn't fall down there.
I finally got a beanie. Dude, I'm really happy that you could just ignore that portion of their games, JK. Both Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous. I disabled that stuff. Like I just ignored it. I was like, I don't want to play the campaign map. I don't want to play I just want to play the RPG component of those games, which I'm really glad they allowed you to turn that option off and not do that stuff. Just have it be all automatic behind the scenes, because I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to do your campaign map stuff. I hated the demon battles in Wrath of the Righteous. Like that was just like, ugh, no. Honestly, I don't know which way to go over here first. This might just be a quick little puzzle.
Not a headless skeleton in sight. But I may as well help myself to this. Accio! Expelliarmus! Protego! Stupefy! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Stupefy! Incendio! Accio!
Yeah, both of those games you can turn it off, JK. You have to go in, it's pretty deep into the settings, but in both the Pathfinder games you can turn off the those campaign modes. Like in Kingmaker it was needing to run your kingdom, And in Wrath of the Righteous, it was needing to manage your campaign armies and stuff. You could turn off all that stuff so that you don't have to do it. Thankfully, because that stuff was boring as all get out to me. The rest of those games were amazing. Like, Wrath of the Righteous is one of the deepest CRPGs you'll ever play. I mean, if they could have had the budget, I mean, because I remember when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, there was a lot of people who were like, no, Wrath of the Righteous is still better than this game. And I will admit that Wrath of the Righteous is just as big and just as epic in scope as Baldur's Gate 3. But I didn't have the budget to do all the cutscenes and the voice acting and the motion capture and all that other stuff. But what Wrath of the Righteous does have in terms of a gameplay experience is, I think, richer and deeper than Baldur's Gate 3 has in terms of combat, classes, like all that complexity. But it didn't have the budget, so it's a different CRPG experience. But they're great games. Owlcat is very good at making
An untouched
deeply
chest.
complex
Jackdaw wasn't very thorough in his search of this
CRPGs.
cave.
And I'll admit, like
Accio.
Rogue Trader for me, it was actually almost a little too complex in some areas because it was my first time playing Warhammer. But great game, great experience overall. I think we need to go down that way, but there's something over here.
Accio.
Can I make that jump? Can I make that jump?
Revelio. Accio.
Do I care about those crafting ingredients down there?
I'm glad Richard Jackdaw left a little something behind for me, but where could he be?
Oh, I guess this doesn't go anywhere. Okay, we're good. I was thinking this like led to the...
There it is. The bridge, it's almost complete.
Almost complete. Not the same as.
More spiders. These can't be what beheaded Richard Jackdaw. Protego! Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
Oh, big mama spider.
Protego! Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
Ah! I missed. That was my first ever dodge miss.
Incendio. Farewell, monster. I can only imagine how the spiders have multiplied since Jackdaw came this way.
No, no, I need those. Gimme, 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 gimme.
Accio.
Alright. What do we got over here? I need to rip up my coffee.
That's odd. I'd have thought Jackdaw would have been interested in this loot, but there's no sign of him. Levioso!
Speaking of Tainted Grail, first 90 minutes of gameplay goes up on Thursday morning when the embargo drops, and then we'll be starting to stream that on
Must be
Friday.
getting closer to Jackdaw's
Actually, speaking of
remains
which,
and
I
those
may have an
pages.
email from them. Because I asked last night, what time are we allowed to start streaming on Friday? Since I have an advanced copy. Oh, it looks like they added a patch too. No answer on my question though, but they did respond that they're doing a patch. Oh, the patch is coming to the Xbox today, actually. Okay, cool. Oh, this is great. Like, one of the things, well, you'll notice in the because I'm playing on the Xbox Series X version, and I had noticed some frame issues on the quality mode, and it looks like they just patched those to fix out the frame rates, which is cool. Anyway, Tainted Grail is going to be fun. No stealth archer, not that I can tell. But I'm still very early. My character is like a thief, at least for the... I think that's what I'm going to be playing, is like my traditional thief build who does archery in the background. But I'm still early enough in the game that I can't tell you yet. I don't see that there's any... My character doesn't have access to anything special sneak attack damage with the bow, so it's more like just a traditional Dungeons & Dragons thief with a bow. That may change my final decision for what I'm actually going to play through launch. I may just play a straight up archer. Haven't decided yet, but it's been pretty fun so far. It's definitely rough around the edges. It's not like, I know a lot of people are making the Oblivion comparisons. It's not a polished experience like what Bethesda has. It's definitely an indie game. It's definitely rough around the edges, but it's damn fun. And yeah, no, I'll be starting from scratch when it goes live. I'm just doing review stuff with 1.0. So I mean, but I will say, like, the cutscenes are phenomenal. The artwork is amazing. It's a very original concept. It's gonna be fun, and they've said 50 to 75 hours of gameplay, so should be a pretty good, like, 2-week experience once it goes live. It'll lead us right up to Dune Awakening, is what it's gonna be.
Oh, shame. Those splinters must be what's left of Ollivander's wand. At least I can take the pages. Here it is. The map that brought your doom, Jackdaw. Is there something beyond this room? Accio! Incendio! Protego! Stupefy! Accio! Incendio! Levioso!
Oh, I hadn't used Expelliarmus before. That was cool. We get to fight big boys now.
Expelliarmus! Accio!
Oh, he ignored that.
Protect! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Incendio!
Very groovy.
What? That's unnerving. What's happening?
A portal just formed as I was over here getting treasure chests. I guess we're going.
I've seen this before. In Gringotts and the restricted section.
There we go.
Where am I? Oh no, the room's starting to flood. How am I being protected? What sort of magic is this?
Oh, that's cool, man.
I can only hope this magic protects me until I'm able to make my way out of here. What is this place?
Wow.
Revelio.
Can it be?
There's also like a door up there.
It's you.
Has someone finally found our map chamber?
I recognize you from the Pensives. You're Professor Rackham.
I am indeed. I must confess that I am surprised to see someone so young standing before me.
I'm the same age that you and Isadora Morganach were when you started at Hogwarts.
You've paid attention, and might I presume you share our ability?
To see traces of ancient magic? Yes, sir, I do.
As you have likely realized by now, our ability gives us a unique relationship with all forms of magic. We can access expressions of magic that few others can. Opportunities will arise that allow you to sharpen this rare talent. Do not squander them.
I won't, Professor. Thank you.
We have much to discuss. But first, a map found in a certain book led you here. Place the book on the pedestal.
I don't have the book with me, sir.
That is unfortunate. I'm afraid we must pause our conversation until you return with the book.
The statues and carvings in the house on the cliffside, those are of you. Are you a seer?
I am.
Did you know that I would be here?
I cannot say more at present, except to say that your presence here does not entirely surprise me.
I'm a bit confused, sir. Why is this room called the map chamber?
I assure you that all will be clear once the book has been placed on the pedestal.
Very well. I'll retrieve the book right away.
Good. We shall speak again once the book is in place.
Okay. Your connection to ancient magic has unlocked talents. You will receive 1 talent point each time you increase a wizarding level. Yay! I finally accessed talents. Ooh. Stealth, combat, and more. Choose wisely. Talent points may only be spent once, and the number of talents you acquire will be limited. I don't want to miss spin. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh wow, so that allows you to learn even more spells. Holy moly, okay. Oh. Ooh. Another new spell set. Okay. Holy crap, I didn't this is awesome. This like gives you AoE effects. Okay. Oh, I'm still on easy mode. I haven't needed to turn it up. Stupefy has the same effect as a curse on enemies. Curse enemies take increased damage. I haven't really cared about stealth yet. I don't really care about potions and combat plants. Man, I'm either going to go core or spells. I like the idea of all this stuff going AoE. Like, the AoEs sound really cool. But at the same time, man, I don't know why, for some reason it keeps pushing the cursor down to the left. It did it again. I don't, like, all of these sound really cool. Like, additional spell slots sounds really useful. This is pretty awesome to reduce spell cooldowns. Like, I'm gonna say that's like a passive. So yes. Oh, you've got to wait till level 16. So I'm guessing, can you master more than one of these? I'm assuming. Let me go look this up. How many talent points? You could get 36 talent points. Sorry, 35 total. So these only cost 1 to unlock, right? So I could do... Hang on, I'm going to do some manual counting here. So you can yeah, for some reason the cursor keeps pushing me to the dark arts. I don't know what's going on. So I could definitely master more than one of these trees, but I can't master all of them. So, okay. All right. Well, I definitely want to unlock an additional spell slot. That sounds way too cool. Oh, it costs coin too, it said. Oh, that's to reset. It costs coin. Okay. Oh, so that's cool. You can respec if you want to. All right. Okay. Hideous. Why does this have a take back to the room of requirement to reveal its qualities? I don't know what the room of requirement is. Haven't heard about that before. Oh, hang on. I still have some challenge rewards I can claim too. Okay. Okay. Exit the map chamber. Oh, so this now allows me to do... Oh, that's so cool. So now I can have up to 8 spells equipped. So I can switch over like this. Okay, that's really cool. So then I could go... Very groovy. So here I could say, okay, I want like my utility spells. Sorry. And then... like disillusionment mixed with reparo. And say... yeah. That's cool. Okay. Okay.
Lumos.
Okay.
I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
The map chamber. Okay, so we can at least fast travel back here when we need to. Ooh, there's a chest. Chesty! I haven't figured out what these, how to deal with these chests.
Lumos. Reparo. Incendio. Experience. Leviosa.
That's got to be a spell that I don't have access to.
Lumos. Incendio. I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
Distract, sir. You have classes to attend. Don't dare get distracted. What's up, Viper? What's up, PC? What's up, Thandar?
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Okay, new classes, new spells. Yay! And locks I can't get past yet.
Revelio.
And a chamber full of things that I can't access yet. Well, I think we just have to head back upstairs. What's up, Phantom X? Nice, Thandar. Championships for the win.
Revelio.
Draco Domins Nunquim Celendius. Never tickle a sleeping dragon. That's what I tell my wife every night.
Revelio.
Okay.
Revelio. Lumos.
A window with a cherub statue. Should be nearby. Ooh.
Revelio.
Man, I can't wait till I get the lock spell because there's so many doors that I'm just like can't get past. Window with a cherub statue.
Revelio. Accio.
Okay. Don't know what I potentially would do with that.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Well, I've not found any potentially windows with a cherub statue. I haven't found anything like that nearby here. I bet it's locked behind one of these doors. And that reset. I wonder what that would be for. Guarantee it's for a puzzle somewhere. Alright. We do have quests, so. Ooh, flying class. Oh, we're gonna get a broom soon. I have no frame of reference for that shard. I've not come across anything that would teach me how to pick locks yet. So. Acquire and use a focus potion. Can't I make my own potions? We made potions at one point in time. I don't remember where we did that at, though. Potions classroom. I think that's where my potion station was.
But surely those were curdle.
Wait, is that not the classroom? Yes, it is. I need a focus potion, and then a maximum and endurance potion. Oh, I can't even make those yet. That's why I gotta purchase them. Ashwinder eggs. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to go to Jay, what's his name? The guy in Hogsmeade. The potion dude. Yeah, June should be a good month to find out about all sorts of Xbox games coming out.
Come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any.
1,200.
A wise decision. Thank you. I hope
So
to
there's
see you
recipes
again.
for now.
Farewell
I need
for now.
acquire a focus maxima edurus. Focus maxima edurus. Focus maxima edurus. 500. Can I use his potion station?
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Revelio.
Or can I only brew potions back at the home base? Man, I kind of don't want to spend. I just spent a boatload of money. I would like to make the potions myself, but the problem is I don't have all the ingredients. Potions classroom. Let's go back real quick.
There was something else too. A dash of powdered bat spleen, I think.
I can make a maximum potion. The focus potion is going to be harder. I don't know where to get the ash thing eggs. Gosh darn it. Alright, we can pick up. Okay. We got an Endurance potion. Doug Bog. Okay. I can't make any of the other ones, man. I don't have Ashwinder eggs. So I need to go back and, I guess, buy a focus potion and a Hadaris potion. Unless he's got the ingredients that I can buy. I think he did. Actually, hold that thought. I need one Ashfinder egg. God. Is there any way you can track recipes? I'm manually writing this down. Ashfinder eggs. He does sell them? Okay, cool. Because those potions were expensive, and those recipes were super expensive. Like, I spent like 3,000 gold like that.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
I have not fully explored this place yet.
A wise decision. Thank you.
Okay.
I hope to see you again. Farewell.
Alright, back to Hogwarts map. Then we go back over here. We go to the potions classroom. Yeah, I've not fully explored Hogsmeade yet, Darius, so.
Half a bottle of flabbergasted leech, stirred clockwise.
Alright, Doris potion. Up. I think the last is the focus potion. Well, that's a full minute. I'll be right back, everybody. Well, that's crafting. Alright, pick up. I think it'd be fun, PC. I don't think you really need to know anything about Harry Potter to just have fun with this as a cool, like, quirky wizard magic fantasy game. If you know Harry Potter, it's got that much more impact because it's a place that you know, especially if you've seen the films. It's like, oh yeah, I remember this place, yeah, that place, etc., etc. But this is set, I think, like 100 years before the books and the films, so it's a different set of characters. They just use a familiar location. It's mostly just one of these. It's a fun. You're a wizard at a wizard school type game. That's the easiest way to think about it. If you have no other frame of reference. Have I built different areas for animals? I'm first time playthrough, extremely early in the game, so no. All right. Acquire and use a focus potion. Oh, I think I can use them from this window. Yeah. Focus potion. Maxima and Edoras, and use them both simultaneously. Maxima and Edoras.
Excellent.
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander. You've got it now. If you'd like to practice, and I think you should, perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at the enchanted book.
Accio.
Oops.
Depulso.
Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting.
Very cool. All right. Quests. Flying class, yes please. So choosing my wand was the
Do you think we'll
first
fall from their
big
broom
step
first?
in becoming a wizard, but getting your broom is also a big deal, if I remember correctly from the books and etc. So we're about to get our first flying lesson. Yay! Let's do
Everybody
this.
grab a broom, and we shall get started.
All right, so I need to grab a broom.
Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome.
Hello. The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten.
Oh, I'll probably crash it.
Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in
Thank you,
this
babe.
class. We'll leave that to
Pita
professional
menos.
Quidditch players,
Gracias.
like the Toyohashi Tengu.
Egg sandwich for breakfast delivered.
Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well
Egg
everyone
salad
kept up with their practice over the summer holidays.
I should put that down because I'm about to fly and I don't want
to
to. Don't eat and drive at the same time,
Step up to
kids.
your broom. Say up firmly and clearly. Then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up. Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up. Up, you stupid ratty school broom.
Thank you, baby. Sorry. Up. My vitamins were being delivered with my breakfast sandwich.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once.
All right, kids, time to learn how to fly.
Good.
Oh my God, this is so cool.
For your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece.
Okay, so that goes up and down.
Wish I had my own broom.
Okay.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
I'm not getting the hang of this.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise.
I think you can
shall we?
customize the controls too. Hopefully I can customize it to where I can put the turn to the right thumbstick instead of just turning the view, because
This
I'm
next set
gonna
of rings
suck
will
at trying
take you around the
to
grounds for more of a
guide it with my
challenge.
left thumbstick. All right. Hold flight speed.
What a view!
Okay. Okay, the views are amazing.
Nice day for a flight.
Okay, this feels.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I can get this. I got this. Sort of, maybe.
Oh, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
Now this is pod racing.
Whoa. Our
Oh,
aquatic
shit.
resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
The music and everything, they're definitely like. I got a shitty grin on my face right now. I just know it. This is pretty awesome.
This is rather fun.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it though. Oh, I'm gonna miss it.
Oh, well done. Have a moment?
Yeah, the professor's personalities are just spot on in this game, Lady
I
Atara.
say, I watched
What's
you
up,
fly
Rated?
through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging.
No, I'm not ready for something
But
a bit
I'm
more
getting ahead of
challenging.
myself. We met in the common room. I'm Everett Clopton. So, Care to join me for a bit of high-flying fun?
No, but won't we get in trouble?
Kagawa seems strict. I wouldn't want to get into trouble.
Kagawa won't even notice. Besides, a bird doesn't learn how to fly by staying in the nest.
Yeah, no thanks. I'll
Follow me.
pass. No! I don't want to do it!
The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today.
Ah!
Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit
I think it
claustrophobic
said I
for my
could
taste.
toggle if I did it this way.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Yeah. I'm using the toggle instead of the hold.
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Okay. Speed burst.
Now that's more like it.
Okay.
You sure you're not part hero?
Oh, and there's a
Griff?
boost meter
There's
on the
famous
bottom
bridge.
right.
Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the Owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
Oh, the eagle cry was
That's
really cool.
Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour.
Yeah,
Let's
teacher's
hurry
like, get
back.
your asses back down here. So I am not very good
Ready
at
to
this.
dismiss class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
Okay, so I gotta practice to get good at that, and hopefully I can adjust the controls. Busted!
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from
Oh.
each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom, the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is
I shouldn't
finished
have
for the
followed.
day.
Now I'm in trouble with the teacher. Damn it.
As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future.
Well,
Chin
oops.
That was some rather good flying.
Ah, so she's not totally pissed. She's just like, hey, I am your teacher. You better pay attention.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa. But you have to admit, those views were worth it.
So if I remember correctly,
It was worth losing a few house points for that, detour.
you can buy your
You
own
seem
broom
at
in the
home on a
books.
broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom
But
after
only rich
class.
kids get their own
Perhaps
brooms.
I have to purchase
And I'm
a
not
broom then.
rich.
If you can, you should. Wish I could.
And I just spent all my money on
recommend
potions.
visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
So unfortunately, I don't know that I have the money. Are they going to send me to Hogsmeade to buy a broom though? Maybe. Oh, I haven't had a quest pop yet, so. Okay. Well, there we
I've
go.
not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Perfect. I do love my spellcasting.
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
I would like to earn a few
Please
coins.
meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your
All sorts of
studies,
new quests.
away from prying eyes and
Braden's like out here getting drunk on potions when he could have used all that money for a new broom. So can we go to Hogsmeade really quick? I don't know where I can buy brooms at. Wizardwear, Square, brooms right there. Let's go check. I don't have any money, but I can at least go look and see. Nothing wrong with looking at the menu, even if you're too poor to afford to go into the restaurant.
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Apologies if you came by before and weren't able to come in. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned, thankfully with inventory. I presume you're in the market for a new broom? Got a few rare yew-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps too. No matter what broom you choose, you'll be pleased.
It's got the
They're all
Quidditch ball in
exceptional,
his
both in
sweater,
quality
yeah?
and performance.
Okay. I'll have a look, please.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank you.
Let me see how much of a brokey I am. Okay, so you could start with... Oh, yeah, I don't have any money. Well, some of these are cheap.
That item is of the highest quality.
That's the Ember Dash. Sorry, that's the Dark Lightning Broom. Oh, designed to celebrate those who dare to dabble in the dark arts. Okay, maybe I do have enough. So there's the
That
Ember
item
Dash.
is of the highest quality.
Then we have the Hogwarts House Broom, celebrating your particular house pride.
That
The
item is
Moon
of the
Tr-
highest quality.
Look at the saddlebags, and it's got like a moon lantern on the front. What? Wind Wisp.
That item is of the highest quality.
Yeah, I don't really have any clothes to sell at the moment. So yeah, that's a cool looking broom. Do they have different speeds, or are they all the same? They look like they're all the
That item is
same.
of the highest quality.
I'm not gonna lie, that one looks pretty dope. But the house broom's not bad either. The saddlebag one is pretty cool.
That item is of the highest quality.
They're all the same? Okay. I kind of like that one, the Wind Wisp. The saddlebags on this one are kind of groovy, though.
That item is of the highest quality. That item is of the highest
Nah, I don't like the
quality.
house broom. I think I'm gonna go with the Wind Wisp. That's pretty cool. Either the Wind Wisp or the
That item is of the highest quality.
That's really calling to me, I think.
That item is of the highest quality.
But the saddlebags, man. It doesn't have a seat, though. Like, I really like the idea of this one because it has a seat. And, like, a cool leather handle. Do it. Do it.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a step up from the practice brooms in Kagawa's class, they all have their limitations. You seem to be a flyer who might be interested in, say, some enhancements?
I do
Go
like
on.
enhancements.
Ha! Knew I was right about you. I think you'll be quite happy with the performance of any broom at lower altitudes. But you may notice that speed consistency tends to falter as you rise. I believe I can remedy this issue. I have some ideas for enchantments, upgrades, if you will, that will improve the performance of any broom you fly. What I need is someone to conduct a broom flight and report back to me so I can perfect the upgrades. As it happens, another Hogwarts student, Imelda Reyes, is using abandoned broom courses for time trials. Clever girl.
Nice.
An ideal situation for collecting flight statistics. If you were to compete for the best time and succeed, then report back to me with how your broom behaved, I could complete work on my first upgrade. What say?
Hell yeah.
That sounds intriguing. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. It'll be worth your while. If I'm right, the new upgrade ought to enhance brooms in every regard. And I can give you a special price. The time trial should be a bit of fun too. Go to the Quidditch pitch and Imelda Reyes will sort you out. Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Sure. Hawks being certain areas prohibit flying. Look for the no flying icon.
Can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
Now, the question is, how do I summon my broom? I'm not allowed to use it here. So I would probably need to get outside of here really quick. I need to test something. Must test. World map. Take me to the world map, please, just so that I can travel somewhere and test my broom. If you ever come across just an eyeball, which I have come across several of those, Chris. Oh, you use an invisibility spell? I was using the cloaking spell and it wasn't working. So I wonder what I did wrong. Maybe I was too close when I used the cloaking spell. Oh, look at that! Would you look at that? Look at that!
Complete the tasks I've given you, and then meet me in my classroom to learn Defender.
Oh, it's so cool!
It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
Whee! All right, kids. I got a broom. Hold on. Hang on. I gotta get a. Hang on. Where'd my character go? There he is. I gotta get a screenshot. Damn it. Toggle UI. This is what I did. There we go. Move up and down. That right there that's gonna be the perfect place for me to use for the screenshot. For this, because I'll clip this out on YouTube. That's way too cool. Way too cool. All right, now the question is, how do I get out of photo mode? Now I have to dismount, I think. Hang on, I just saw something. What does that mean? Oh, that just shows you the controls. So cool. Alright. I have tons of quests now. And I have to finish my breakfast too. Acquire and use an invisibility potion. That's going to take me a while because I don't have the coin. I did buy the Thunder Brew, but I don't have the invisibility potion, I think. Have I ever dealt with theft of intellectual property? No. I did have a client one time who tried to stiff me on payment. This is years ago. And I had done a bunch of work, and they had always paid on time, and then suddenly they didn't. I submitted a batch of work. They didn't pay me, and then they sent me a query for the next batch of work, and I was like, you haven't paid me for the work I already submitted. And we're like, oh, well, we're having problems, blah, blah. And I said, great, sort the problems out, and I'll get back to work. In the meantime, I'm not lifting a finger until you pay me. A couple weeks went by, they still hadn't paid me. So I sent a query because they had used my work on their website. They were using the work that I had provided them with, but they had yet to pay me. And no reply. I sent another email like 72 hours later, no reply. So then I sent a cease and desist letter because I said, you're literally using my work without having paid me. That's intellectual theft and blah, 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 blah. You have 24 hours to remove, or my legal team will be contacting you. And I had an email within like 2 hours. Oh, we'll get you your payment. And then like 3 hours later, I had a deposit. Because you can submit takedown notices to Google, and they will take the website offline. Because that shit that's a real thing. Like, Google takes intellectual property seriously because of intellectual property laws. Anyway, the Bungie situation it's not nearly as cut and dry as everyone says it is. Especially the people who hate corporations. And so everyone loves to hate a big company, right? So it's easy to paint the target on Bungie's back and say Bungie's an evil corporation because they make billions of dollars and they stole this person's stuff. The reality is, when a big company like that is using subcontractors and freelancers, there is a chain of events. And especially when it's something where someone submitted work years ago. Work gets submitted, work goes through, stuff gets filed, stuff goes into, here's a draft box, here's a, all these things can happen. It's not nearly as cut and dry as some people would like it to be. And that's going to be something that gets resolved in a court of law. Because I can tell you what it comes down to is just it's not a clear-cut case of intellectual theft. What it is a clear case of is a faulty system whereby people weren't properly checking that the items being used had been cleared for use through their appropriate channels in terms of, is this work flagged for you? Has it been paid for? Has it been approved? Is it copyrighted? Is it trademarked? That's where things get sticky and tricky. And when you have 150 different hands that might touch a piece of art as it moves along the pipeline, who's responsible? Because I guarantee you there's probably 15, 20, 30 people who are ultimately responsible for the mess that happened. It's not just one person, and it's not the company per se. It may be the company policies, and this is where we get into the lawsuit that will sort that out, and this will enable that person to get fairly compensated, but it will also ensure that proper steps are taken so that that kind of thing doesn't happen again in the future. But it's not this case. I guarantee you, as someone who has done 25 million words of print around the world, the company, because no company is that stupid. No company is going to willingly steal from an artist, because the repercussions in terms of the loss of reputation of the company, the loss of sales for the company, $1 billion, not billion, but $1 million lawsuit. Companies don't want those things to happen. Fuck no, they don't want those things to happen. So it's not a willful theft of that person's art. It is okay, someone fucked up along the way. Now we have to be responsible for that. And it sucks. But we're going to make sure that this never happens again. It's that kind of a situation. So it's not, I don't paint Bungie as the bad guys. I know exactly what went down. Someone, somewhere, fucked up, didn't do their job properly, didn't flag things properly. It got ran up the chain. That person didn't know. The next person down the chain didn't know. Suddenly you're 30 people deep. and the person at Flaw, the person who should have flagged that as something that was copyrighted, no longer works for the company. It was 6 years ago, and now it's buried underneath 50,000 other art assets, right? It's so complex. It's so complex. I gotta finish my sandwich. Hang on. Not only that, Lady Atara, it's also a situation when you start to work with lots of different subcontractors. This is an issue when you're outsourcing. It's much better if you have an in-house art team, because then you own everything they produce. So if I'm a company, right? If I'm a company, like let's say I'm Wizards of the Coast, and I want to create the new Dungeons and Dragons Player's Handbook. And I know that I'm going to need 750 pieces of art in that book. If I have to pay 750 different artists, and all of those images have different rights associated with them because of all the different rights and art copyrights, and the different artists want to retain use of images for blah, 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 it is much easier and better for the company if I hire an artist or a team of artists. I hire those artists, they work for me, everything they produce while they are employed by me is my property. Every single piece of whatever they produce is mine. I own it because I own the intellectual property that they are working on. When you start working with subcontractors who are not employees of the company, things get sticky and tricky. And that's where Bungie's in. They used a bunch of subcontractors. So there's a bunch of rubber stamping that needed to happen along the way, and that just didn't happen in the proper way. It is much easier, but not cheaper. Much easier to have your own team of artists, but not cheaper, because here's the thing. You can hire outsourced labor for way cheaper than hiring an artist full-time on staff. Way cheaper. And that's why companies use freelance labor, because it's way cheaper. They don't have to have employee protection laws. They don't have to cover insurance. They don't have to cover health care. They don't have to cover any of those things with freelancers. So if it costs me $75,000 on the books to hire one artist because of the cost of healthcare and insurance and all the other things that I'm required to hold to keep that person as an employee of the company, for $75,000, I can get a shitload of art produced with freelancers. So Yeah, art stuff is really tricky. Intellectual copyright stuff is tricky, period. Well, I don't think I can get a hold of an invisibility potion. Thanks, Burlak. Yeah, there's a... It gets really complex. Like, photography is another one. Like, let's say I go out and I take a picture of something. It's my picture. I took it. I own the rights to it. But then I decide to maybe submit that photo to a magazine to accompany an article they're writing. Like, let's say I'm freelance and I'm submitting photography. Like, National Geographic tells me we need photos of street food in London. So I'm in London, I live in London, so I'm one of their freelance photographers. So I go out and I shoot 500 photos of food photography in London. I submit the 15 best shots out of those 500. Nat Geo gets back to me and says, we're going to use these 5. They're going to pay me a flat fee to license those images, right? Now, depending on my agreement with National Geographic, they may want to buy an exclusive right to use those images. So they want to use those images, and they don't want those images used anywhere else in the world, in any publication, online or in print. So they're going to pay a higher fee because they're licensing a worldwide use option for those photos. But maybe they don't care if those are used somewhere else. So maybe I negotiate that they can use that photo in their publication for 6 months exclusive, but then after those 6 months, I then have the right to sell that image somewhere else or to use that image in other areas in other ways. It just depends on what usage rights are purchased from me or licensed from me as the original rights owner. This is why it's always better from a company perspective if you just have people on staff who do the things for you, because then you own it. Otherwise, things get really murky and quirky and weird, and rights are complicated.
In the market for potions, are we?
An invisibility potion recipe. Oh, the Thunder Brew. Both of these are really expensive. My goodness. Well, let's start with the invisibility because I can afford
wise
it.
Decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Hang on, I got a little ahead of myself. We got some new gear. I can't even use those yet. AI scraping is not the problem a lot of people claim it is. It's not really an issue.
Hello, Mr. Pippin. You need help with a delivery?
Yes, I do. A capable student such as yourself should have no trouble making the trip to Cambridge. It's just south of Hogwarts.
What do you need delivered?
Fatima Lawang ordered a few invisibility potions. I used to go myself, but lately Fatima has taken to turning every visit into an argument. Constantly complaining about the quality of my stock. But how can I maintain excellence when she orders so often, giving me no time to brew? If you take this rather irritating task off my hands, I'd happily allow you to claim the delivery fee from Fatima.
I need the money, so let's do it.
I'd be happy to help with the delivery.
You've no idea how grateful I am, truly. Here are the invisibility potions she requested. Hopefully she won't give you too much trouble.
What if I just take one of these
She's
potions
a
for my
talented
quest?
potioneer in her own right. I dare say I wouldn't mind having a look at her potion recipes one day.
Okay. Now I am tracking that quest, yes? Let's definitely track these along the way. No, hang on, I can only do one at a time.
Not enough reflection.
So, this right here
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
is so cool. Like, being able to fly around now. Question. Okay. Are we missing one somewhere? Obviously we are, but where?
Revelio.
Oh. Well, I'm a bit miffed by this one.
Accio. Revelio.
Oh, there it is.
Accio. Merlin himself would be proud.
Okay.
No, I swear I won't be wasting your time, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Come on!
Come on then, what you got?
It's
Why is it moving?
What, I bet?
Your bag, it's wriggling. What you got in there? Not rats, I hope.
Not very
Pleased
good at
to see
controlling
Aaron has his
that.
belongings back.
Yeah, no. I want to go. There was like some dark wizards doing something around the corner. Hang on! Is it like a combat encounter? Don't think it is.
Amateur.
Alright. Alright, this is pretty cool. Can you trigger these by just flying close?
Armchair.
Beautiful.
This hamlet is simply crawling with life.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So now I can grab the next one on the path down. Where am I at right now? Ah, there we are. This one's next. Can I, this is something I forgot to check. Can I change the controls for the flights? Gameplay options. Ah, flight controls. I don't want to invert. No, that's not what I want to do. I don't think I can redo what I want to do. Alright, no big deal. Hang on, gotta check my email really quick. I'm getting the hang of this game, slowly but surely. There's just so much to learn. Like every session, I've just kept learning. There's so many side quests I keep unlocking. But I'm just ignoring them right now. I'm just like going along here to get my waypoints and then do I have to go into the building to get that waypoint? Nope. Question is, are there any other waypoints between me and the town? There is one up here. Let's go get that one. Like, I think this is pretty cool. Like, we're just gonna fly around, grab all these waypoints, and then it'll unlock the quest markers on the map, and then I can be like, okay, I got a quest over here, quest over here, quest over here. Merlin trials all over the place. I'm gonna run out of seeds, though, I bet, at some point.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
always a lovely place to visit.
This is something else, man. Make sure there's not any fast travel here. Doesn't look like it. I think we're just going straight to Keenbridge. Big spiral stone. That's gotta be something important for something. Oh, that's a big Berlin circle. Oh my. Dude, I'm pretty happy with my broom. Pretty happy with my broom choice. By the way. Oh, I can't do anything yet, because I bet I have to do that guy's quest to unlock the ability to do the broom upgrades, because he said something about the trials and stuff to unlock.
Always been keen on Keenbridge. Hang on to your valuables. That's all I'll say.
Hold on to
Should
your
have been here by
valuables.
now.
Yes, yes. Potions are here, madame.
Madame Luang, I have a delivery from J. Pippin's potions.
Sent a child to do his work for him, did he? Always cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Did he have you brew them for him as well? Doesn't matter. You could probably do it better than he can anyway.
Why do you keep ordering from him if you think the quality to be inferior?
It would seem I have more and more customers who are trying to stay out of sight. I'm not one to judge. You can simply imagine the stress I'm under to deliver quality product. Unlike some vendors, I strive to keep my customers satisfied.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying to cheat his customers. Cutting corners to save some galleons for himself at the expense of quality. You'll not be getting a canut out of me until you prove the potion works. Drink it.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
I should think so.
It seems to have worked.
Well, I suppose that will do.
Right, Chris?
If the demand for
It's like,
potions
I
is
don't
as high
judge,
as you
but
say,
then she
have you considered
judges.
being easier to work with? Perhaps combining your recipes and skills?
Not a chance. That ne'er-do-well had his shop handed to him. The rest of us had to make our own way. I'll not give him the benefit of my hard work and gumption. If he fails on his own, so be it.
You mentioned that more and more customers are trying to stay out of sight. Why?
Well, I can't speak for all of them, but certainly my Ashwinder customers have their reasons. If I were you, I'd forget I heard that.
Very well. I shall let Mr. Pippin know I delivered the potions as requested.
You do that.
What do you have for sale?
No potion recipes, unfortunately.
Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Return to Perry Pippin. Oh, damn it. I didn't mean to close. The map is finicky.
On another adventure, are we?
Come on,
Come on,
big
kid.
money.
Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any.
I delivered the potions to Fatima Luang.
Very good. And did she cause you any trouble?
Well, I can see why you didn't want to go. She was quite cantankerous.
I do truly appreciate your help. And at least it's done with.
Delivering those potions was a bit more work than I'd expected. I'd like an additional fee.
I suppose that's business for you. Very well, I shall increase your pay, but I'm not at all pleased about it.
Oh, cry me
Best
a
of
river.
luck with your potions, Mr. Pippin.
Do take care.
How much did I get? $500 coin. That's not that much. Can I wear those gloves yet? I can indeed, and they are hideous to look at. Okay. All right, I gotta work my way up to 1200 because I gotta be able to buy the Thunder Brew potion.
I hope to see you again. Farewell
Potion?
for now.
Potion. Oh, the cool thing was when I used that invisibility potion for the for that other quest, it gave me the credit for the assignment. Perfect. Alright, I should definitely go do this next. Oh no, where's Sebastian? How do I do the Sebastian thing? Aha! Yes, let's do this first. Yeah. I wanted to talk to him after the follow-up, because he took the fall with the librarian. Okay. Sebastian, my friend, where art thou?
Over here.
Alright, I'll be right back. to move some cats around. Chris is outside trying to build some more partitions. We're having major heat wave right now. We lost a chicken yesterday, so she's trying to build some different fencing so that we can get them a different shaded area, because it got really hot yesterday. It was like 41, 42 Celsius, which is like 105, 107 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, something like that. And with the heat index, it was much higher, and we had a chicken die of heat stroke yesterday. And it's going to be hotter today. It's going to be like 110 today, like 43, 44 Celsius. So we're going to pull the chickens out of the chicken coop and put them underneath, in a different area. So Chris is trying to manage things because now we have all the ducks, and we're trying to portion off the ducks. It's kind of chaos outside right now. So I had to step out and check on her and do some magical cats.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl.
Yeah, it sucks,
I have
Angel.
something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for something.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I did, but something was missing. I'm not sure here is the best place to discuss it.
Understood. We can talk more in a moment, in the Undercroft. Not even the professors know about this place. This way.
Right. We're going to enter a secret room to the shadow of the Undercroft.
There's a secret passage just here.
It's well disguised. Revelio.
Oh, Professor Garlic. 100% my favorite so far. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous to safeguard this place. So please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. He's trusted me since the day we met. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that.
So he still hasn't told me what happened to his sister.
Almost daily. We've never been caught.
That is, yeah, I'm not running around in a Quidditch robe. Sorry. I will, however, equip it. What's this? Oh. It's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely more of a rugged adventure. I like my my existing drip though. Yeah, a little bit hot for teacher. Yeah, Professor Garlic is A-OK in my book.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets.
We do it.
I've never heard anyone else speak of it, and I've certainly never seen anyone else here. Again, mention this to no one, especially Ominous. He has no love lost for his family or their secrets, but this place is special to him.
Understood. But why does Ominous have no love lost for his family?
His father's family are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts.
Salazar.
Obsessed with blood status, most of them. Ominous cannot abide them, as he'll be the first to tell you. Anyway, the Undercroft has been a perfect place to sneak off to, away from prying eyes, and even practice otherwise forbidden spells.
Really? Like what?
Like the blasting curse. Professors say it's not an appropriate spell to teach students.
Well...
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. A spell like Confringo is only truly dangerous in untrained hands. Such spells should be properly taught, not banned. To be fair, I'm admittedly partial to more fiery forms of magic. But you should learn it. I can teach it to you
You're
safely
not supposed
here.
to be on the desk. Come here. What are you doing? She's not supposed to be up
It may take a
here.
while to get the feel for it.
No.
Mimic my wand
Don't jump on the laptop. Come here.
The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
Come here, honey. No, you're not supposed to be up here. Come here. Come on. Yes. Go back to your chair. You're not supposed to be on the desk. Come on. Yes, I'm letting you do a naughty thing right now. Come on. Hop down. What? You're getting special treatment right now. You're not supposed to be getting special treatment. No, and you're shedding hair all over the place. Come here. Go over to your chair. Oh, purr, purr, purr. Yeah. You don't purr very often. Are you happy little girl today? Alright. Now there's cat fur all over the place. My desk needs to be cleaned.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the targets, though. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find that a Confringo cast travels a bit farther than that of a spell like Incendio. Confringo! Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
You'll get used to it. That's it!
I think I've got it.
Yeah, I think I prefer that to the other spell, which is like the Fan of Flames. This is more like a Firebolt.
Confringo! Well done.
I have to say, I enjoyed that.
The first time Ominous and I practiced Confringo, we singed our eyebrows.
You are not supposed to be on the
I would've
desk.
paid to
What do
see
you think
that.
you're doing?
I swore we'd never live it down.
No.
So this day, there's something about that spell that's addictive.
Just sit down. Relax. Okay, what's up? What are you doing? No, you're not allowed to go on the desk. Go back to your chair.
This is exactly the type of magic I've been hoping to learn.
There's more where that came from. Been practicing similar spells here for ages. Although, I didn't tell Anne and Ominous about every one. Haven't been here in some time. It's not the same without Anne.
I'm sorry about your sister. If there's anything I can do...
Perhaps when I next head to Feldcroft, you could come along. Meet Anne. She could use some cheering up.
Awesome. I'd love to.
Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Oh, she misses Hogwarts. She's been stuck at home with our guardian,
Okay.
Uncle Solomon.
What are you doing this morning? This is the
Unfortunately,
third
you'll have
time
to
you've
meet
jumped
him
up on the
too.
desk. And you
Well,
never
meeting a
do
new
that.
student will be precisely what she needs.
I shall look forward to it.
Cheers. By the way, what was it you couldn't discuss out in the hall earlier?
I'm not sure where to start.
You said
She's
something
being a
was
naughty
missing
little
from what
girl.
you found in the library. I assume it's to do with what you told me. About the port key and Gringotts
Come on,
and
you're being
Ranrock.
spicy. Over here.
Nothing gets past you. And yes, it is. As I'm sure you suspect, there is a bit more to all of this.
I'm listening.
I do not know what her obsession with the desk is today. She's never done that before. She usually comes in and goes between the chair and the bed, or she hops down and goes in the box. And today she's like, that's the third or fourth time in a row she keeps getting on the desk. I know you want to go outside and help Mommy build the fence, but you can't because you'll escape.
You must promise to keep this between us.
I trusted you with knowledge of the secret Undercroft.
She did get out
You can trust
a few
me.
days ago.
All right.
And immediately ran across the road, ran across the
I
street
can see
into the
traces
field.
of ancient magic.
It's like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I found her out in the
I
field
don't know
chasing
what I was
something.
expecting you to say, but it wasn't that.
Then she
What
comes
does that
back in
even
and she's just
mean?
laying there
Honestly, I'm not entirely certain.
like dying of heat.
All I know is that I can see whispers of an old magic that hardly anyone else can. Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out.
And this ability of yours, does it allow you to wield this magic too?
I don't know.
Well, when you do know, tell me.
Yeah, she's
I've
naughty.
been studying archaic forms of magic for ages. Perhaps we can help each other. In the meantime, with both Rookwood and Ranrock after you, I suspect a bit more time practicing the blasting curse is in order. Spend as much time here as you'd like. And remember, keep this place between us.
Chris says you can change the
When I
time
head
of
to
day.
Feldcroft,
What?
I'll send you an owl.
I didn't know that.
Confringo! Rebellion! Confringo!
I like this spell.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous, isn't it? I believe we have potions together. And herbology?
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions class. You're the new 5th year. Did you just come from the Undercroft? How did you get in there?
Actually, Sebastian brought me there, but he made it perfectly clear to keep quiet about it.
That rat! You breathe a word about this place to anyone, and not even your precious Professor Fig will be able to help you. My father is friends with the headmaster, and I'm not afraid to exploit that connection if I need to.
You needn't threaten me. I'm not going to say anything about your Undercroft.
Why should I trust you? You just betrayed Sebastian.
Please. I was trying to defend him. He was clear that this was a secret place, and I was to tell no one. He's a good friend.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest friend. Thank you very much.
Jealous. I just meant...
I know what you meant. Sebastian gets himself in enough trouble. He doesn't need your help. Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
I should shove you down a flight of stairs. I mean, you do that.
Revelio.
Room requirement and the map chamber. Oh, the wait button? I see it. I see it. What's up, Hector? Are you wanting to go back outside? Yes or no? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Alright.
I've always said
And then
that
the
travel
werewolves join the
forward-
goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves! Where were you?
Leviosa. Professor Weasley?
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
This whole game is marvelous, Hector. I'm having a great time.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only plan
Revelio.
to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you've found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away. Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs.
No. Wrong. I forgot to do something.
Lumos.
Damn it. Hang on. I screwed that up.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Okay.
Revelio.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf?
He's off in the corner. Sneaking.
Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Okay.
Yes, Professor.
Well, I wonder when Deke's going to show up in chat so we can tell him that he's in the game too. This is another game where we found Deke.
Revelio.
Okay. Yeah, see, the eyes don't see me now. So I think that eyeball chest that I found earlier, the problem was is that I used the invisibility spell when I was too close to it, and I bet I have to do it when I'm farther away.
Accio.
What are you doing on the desk again? Stop it. No, honey. You shed way too much fur to be up here. Okay. I'm just going to sit and let you do your thing. What are we doing? Where are you going is the question. That is not a nook for kitty cats. This is a nook for like controllers, and look at all the cables, and you're doing all sorts of things that you normally don't do. What's up? No, no, no. Come here. No, do not play with cables. That's not... What are you doing? Get your butt out of my face. Insert dirty joke about the wife. Ah.
Revelio.
Okay, I'm gonna put you out of the room because you're being obnoxious, and now you're back up on the desk again, and you're not listening, and I'm gonna have to put you outside. That's not permitted. Come here. Yeah, you're turning it into a game now.
Revelio. Accio.
Yeah, I can't climb up that because it is a slightable objective. And I bet I can jump though. Elf-made ivory gloves. Yeah, she's been coming in here for like... She's 2 years to this house, and she's never done the desk thing before. I don't know what that came from.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks. Revelio.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Oh, can I repair him with the Repario spell? Oops, wrong spell.
Reparo.
Nope. Burlock. Dude. That's funny as hell. JK, if a cat who doesn't listen. How strange.
Revelio. How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden stitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Mother!
Revelio. Accio. Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Can I not get over? Apparently not. Oh, says I. Surely I'm gonna need that for something out here. Otherwise there would be no reason to pull it out. Question though is where?
I hope that house elf can find us in here.
Did it go all the way back? Huh.
Accio. Levioso.
Yeah, I can't get up there. Alright. Well, that has me confounded.
Revelio.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deek will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deek, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deek was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deek was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deek is honored to meet you.
Deek has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deek. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deek, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs.
It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever.
Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Deeks thinks you would make a perfect
What I
corpse.
need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that.
What's up, man?
Now, it's time to focus on
Yeah,
what
and
you
she's
need.
being really naughty. You know what she's been
Just
doing?
close
We've
your
been
eyes.
laughing about it on stream. She keeps
Imagine
jumping
the
on the
room
desk. She's never done that
precisely
before.
as you
Like
need
10
it.
times she was like, jump down, jump down, jump down.
rest.
Then she tried to go over here and get in the cubby. And she finally got in the bed and took a nap. Not really. I just used it yesterday. No, I'll use it again today. Thank you.
You've given yourself quite.
Oh, is this my
canvas to
room?
work
Did I just get my own room? Is this going to be the room that I can decorate and stuff?
I look forward to seeing what you do with the space.
It is.
Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
You've unlocked the desk of description. Use it to reveal the magical properties of any identified gear that you've collected. I do have a cloak. Which I've been holding on to this whole time. Alright, we're gonna have to go make some
You'll
espresso.
find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you.
Man, I'm learning so many new spells.
Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Okay, well, first we've got to do this new little thingy because I got new spells. Hold up. Conjure. Oh man, all sorts of things. Furniture, decorations. Oh my god, artwork. Seasonal decor, statues, tables, seating. Excuse me. Okay, There, it did the controller thing where it shut it all the way down to the bottom left of the screen again. A potion station. Oh my goodness, there's like... Oh! Stop doing that with the controller. Can you preview each one of these? I'm assuming these are just cosmetic versions. Aha! That's what I was looking for. Okay, and everything automatically snaps. Okay. Well, I don't know where I want to put stuff. I'm assuming I can move it after I place it. Oh, it has like a back and a front. That's interesting.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds.
I can't help it. I'm
Deek
slack-jawed
will be
right
here to
now.
answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
It's not my fault. Dude, I literally watched my video yesterday. I was looking for a clip from yesterday's stream. And I was doing... It was the part where we went in to do... to get the wagons. There were some wagons we had to collect. Some magical wagons. And I had to fight... some goblins. And I watched the video playback, and I was sitting there like this the whole time. Like, I was just slack-jawed. My mouth was just open. I'm just like... You can see my eyes going around as I'm fighting goblins, but I'm just like... I'm so enthralled that my mouth is just hanging open as I play.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deek?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student. Deek has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deek tell you more when he's ready, but again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
Copy that.
Can I use this type of transfiguration magic outside of the
Look at that, he's scrubbing the floors like a good little goblin.
Strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
I will be sure to speak with Deek if I need anything. Thank you.
Deek knows where the bodies are buried.
I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone.
I wasn't actually
you can
ready for the
acquire
next
it
lesson.
by vanishing items here in the
just
room of
talking to her.
requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
Oh, I'm gonna have to buy the seeds I need. Yeah, I definitely want to build. I definitely want to make Mallowsweet from the Magic Neep. Who the hell is the Magic Neep?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Ooh.
It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
Oh, Professor Garlic, I will happily meet with you after class every day. What's up, Deeks?
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables.
It sounds like it, Barbara.
Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Walls. By the way, what are utility items? Desk of description, which I already have one. Wall hangings. Wall decorations, floor decorations. Do these count, I wonder? Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts trying to place these things properly. Like trying to get them centered. Well, maybe if I just align them like so. This is gonna drive me nuts trying to align this. It's not gonna let me because of the... Alright. Is it placing them all sort of at the same level? No. That's gonna drive me nuts later. Alright, whatever. Figure it out later. Oh, but you can't align it with a nearby wall hanging. That's good to know at the very least. Floor decorations. Oh, I just saw something about a concentration budget. Conjuration budget, sorry. So that's concentration budget. Conjuration. The rug really tied it together, man.
Good work.
No!
Shall we move on?
How do I... Yeah, undo. How do I move things? Okay. Guess I'll figure that out later. Alright, where'd you go, Professor?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item.
Okay.
You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely
Just
as
give her
I
a few minutes
demonstrate
and
how
we'll
to
change the
perform
cats
the
around.
altering spell.
Chris just came in here and almost just dropped Frodo on the floor, and he was already seeing Blanca's on his bed, freaking out. No, some other cat's in my bed. We have to play. We have to play musical cats with those.
Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it.
Well. No. There we go. So this is how we can move things around and stuff. Okay. Oh, you can scale things too? That's cool.
Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced.
Alright, see you, Mithril.
You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture.
What?
Try these new designs on the floor or balcony.
Yes, please.
Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley.
Dude, this is dope.
Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Oh, I'm gonna make this thing about 10. Oh, I'm gonna spend a ton of time in here. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Ooh, man. Cool moonlit ambiance. Let's try it.
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Oh, that's cool. So do I just talk to him when I want to change the ambiance?
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learned a good bit about alteration.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
The Hufflepuff room is a hobbity hole. Nice. Did it just unlock another portion of the house too? Is there more stuff I can access? What? I did not know this game had like base building.
An even bigger space.
Fuck me,
How
I'm
did
gonna
that
lose so
happen?
many hours in
The
here.
room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Oh well, I guess we
Thank
need
you,
to find
Professor.
more.
I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
Deeks. Come here, buddy. I want to change the ambiance again.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals
Let's try
to
the earthy, natural earthy thing.
I'd like the room to feel natural and earthy, as though I'm outdoors.
you? Oh, sounds perfect.
I'm gonna have a lot of fun changing all this stuff because we're gonna go for that the botanical look. But that's a next time project, everybody. Because I'm done with this morning's Hogwarts Legacy. I'm gonna go make an espresso, do some stretches, and be back in about 20-30 minutes, maybe less. Might just be 15. I just need to make an espresso. But we're going to switch over to do some Doom the Dark Ages. And we're going to wrap that up today because I've only got 4 missions left, which should take 2-ish hours, maybe 3. So we're going to go over and wrap up Doom the Dark Ages this morning because I need to get that game wrapped up because on Friday we're going to be starting Tainted Grail. So I got to make sure I get that game wrapped up, and then we're going to be just playing this over the next few months in between all the other things I've got going on. Because we've got Tainted Grail. That'll be the main game starting on Thursday. That'll carry us through to Dune Awakening. Then Dune Awakening gets us through most of June up until the Altars drops on the 13th. And then we've got Death Stranding on the 24th. And then that gets us into July. And then July, we may check out the new Destiny 2 expansion on the 15th. And at the end of July, we've got Tales of the Shire. So lots of stuff happening here. In the meantime, I'm going to go take a quick break, do some stretches, make my espresso, and I'll see everybody for some Doom the Dark Ages here in a few minutes. More Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow.